Hello gorgeous peeps, I'm Chris from TechSpert and today we're going to be having a good hard squint at the Honor Magic 5 Lite. This fresh mid-range mobile is a proper stunner, and yeah, it may look like it'll set you back the best part of £1,000, but here in Byyyyyeeeee it'll only cost you 329 quids. Clearly one of the areas where they saved a bit of money is the box, which frankly is about as much fun as sitting through an hour-long James Corden comedy special. But is the Honor Magic 5 Lite deserving of a place in your pants or bag or wherever else you shove your smartphone? Well, let's whip it on up, take you on a full-on tour, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So first up, what's in the box? Well, you've got yourself one Honor Magic 5 Lite, and actually pretty much bugger all else, basically a USB cable, and that's your whack. No power adapter, no condom case. So I guess that probably helped to shave a few quid off the price as well. And there you go, super quick and easy unboxing. Now you may have been disappointed by the contents of the Honor Magic 5 Lite's box, but all will be redeemed when it comes to the design. Because there's no denying that this blower looks and feels like a much more premium device. I'm certainly thinking upper mid-range from the look and feel of this thing. It's pleasingly slender, as you can see there, just a gnat's pube under 8mm. And also impressively lightweight as well. For a smartphone this size, weighs just 175 grams. With some of the smartphones I've been reviewing recently, the likes of the Galaxy S23 Plus and the Galaxy S23 Ultra, it's felt like I've been getting a workout every time I pull those things out of my pocket. So this is a massively refreshing change. Now the Honor Magic 5 Lite is a 6.67 inch Goliath, but as you can see there, that screen pretty much fills the front end of the phone. Very skinny bezels indeed. And in fact, the display actually curves subtly around the left and right edges there for even less wasted space. Now, some people really don't get on with curved displays, and that's perfectly understandable because sometimes it can balk the sensitivity and the responsiveness of the screen, but so far, touch wood, that doesn't seem to be a problem here on the Honor Magic 5 Lite. Even when I'm squeezing this thing to death, every poke and prod seems to be responding absolutely fine. You've got quite a colourful selection of wallpapers to really show off that display as well, but I'm absolutely going to have to get my very own geeky animation shenanigans on the go. And I've gone for a bright green JoJo because after all this is the emerald green Honor Magic 5 Lite. You can grab this blower in either green, silver or black, but I'm all about that green. It is proper lush. Now, apparently that arsene is constructed from glass, though it's got this lovely matte finish. It's nice and textured, adds a little bit of extra grip to the phone, and also doesn't get all smeary and disgusting if your fingers are a bit greasy. And I also really like how Honor has tried to stick to the design language of the Magic 5 family as a whole, despite obviously being constrained by budget here. So just like its more expensive Magic 5 siblings, you've got a supersized circular cutout for the camera tech. The branding is quite subtle, the overall design very smart and sleek. However, while the display features, in Honor's very own words, deeply reinforced glass, and you've got a pre-installed screen protector slapped on there as well. I'm not sure about the back end, hopefully that won't scratch up over time, and there's no IP rating here either, so definitely don't go spilling your pina colada all over it. Now you may well be wondering about the software here on the Honor Magic 5 Lite, and what you've got is Magic UI 6.1 on his very own launcher. That's slapped on top of Android 12, which is a little bit creaky these days, getting on a bit. I was kind of hoping this thing would come with Android 13 pre-installed. No official word just yet on when that Android 13 will be landing, or indeed how many OS updates you can expect following on from that. It probably will just be quarterly security updates as it was on the Honor Magic 4 Lite. Now Magic UI, like ColorOS, is quite a dense launcher, lots of bonus features chucked on top of Android, but it has a familiar Android vibe, so you've got the likes of the Google Discover feed. If you dive on into the home screen and wallpaper section of the settings as well, you can bring back an apps drawer, which isn't there by default. Definitely handy for tidying away all of your various bits. This ain't a bloody iPhone after all. My only peeve, if you will, is that you have to reach all the way up to the top of the screen to drag down that notifications bar. If you try swiping down from anywhere else, you just open up the global search, and there's no obvious way of changing this setting in the home screen settings, which are quite basic. But the customization options are pretty decent. Got lots of themes that you can investigate. The icons can be quickly and easily switched up. Default always on display is a bit weird, but you can quickly and easily change that, thankfully. Lots of options buried away in here, all of the classics of course. And you've got plenty of helpful shiz on here, like a dedicated one-handed mode, definitely useful when you're dealing with a whopper of a smartphone like this. Unfortunately, you also get plenty of crapware preloaded on the Honor Magic 5 Lite. Stuff like WPSOfficeTrip.com, makes a change from bloody booking.com I guess, TrainPal, Some crappy games as well, Lords Mobile, and I've got absolutely no freaking clue what this thing is. Looks a bit porny and weird, but there's only one way to find out. Game of Sultans. I actually read that as Game of Sultanas. I'm guessing it's like Game of Thrones, but a bit shit. And oh look, you do get booking.com as well, Christ's sakes. But fortunately, pretty much all of this bollocks can be got rid of. Yes, pretty sure that's an okay. To unlock the Honor Magic 5 Lite, you've got an in-display fingerprint sensor. It is a simple optical scanner, of course, as you'd expect at this price point. And basically, as long as your fingers aren't soggy or sticky, this seems perfectly respectable and responsive, like with most mid-range mobiles. If you download a lot of apps, take a lot of photos, etc., you've got 128 gigs of storage space here on the Magic 5 Lite, pretty standard again at this price. Sadly, not expandable via micro SD though, a trait which is becoming more common in mid-range mobiles. So now let's shimmy our way onto another one of the Honor Magic 5 Lite's massive highlights, and that is that stunning 6.67-inch AMOLED display. We're starting to see a few mid-range mobiles creeping out around the sort of £300 to £400 mark with an OLED panel, but this is definitely right up there with the very best. Full HD plus resolution, so visuals nice and sharp. And it is leaps and bounds above IPS panels around this sort of price point when it comes to the contrast, because blacks are properly black. You can actually make out what is going on in murkier moments in your Netflix shows and whatnot. It's a fairly bright and super poppy panel, nice wide viewing angles, and only a little bit of selfie cam interference up there at the top end. And I was also impressed to see that the Honor Magic 5 Lite's screen maxes out at 120Hz refresh. Of course, you can fully customize the refresh rate, the color modes, all that kind of shenanigans right here in the display settings as always. So if you spend a lot of time with your smartphone right up to your mug watching a good bit of Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever, you're going to absolutely adore this thing. However, when it comes to the audio, not quite so impressive. What you've got here is a basic mono speaker setup rather than stereo speakers like you get on some rivals. But should you spend that money on the OnePlus 11? Well, here's my full review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So yeah, all of the audio is pumped out of the bottom end of the Honor Magic 5 Lite, and on that top volume, it's not exactly super powered. I've tried watching a bit of YouTube in a noisy kitchen, for instance, no such luck with that. So you'll definitely need to hook up to a pair of headphones over Bluetooth 5.1. There's no headphone jack, unfortunately, on this thing. The Honor Magic 5 Lite is high-res audio certified, but of course over Bluetooth you do lose some of the finer details in those high-fidelity tracks. And it's not particularly fantastic news when it comes to the performance either, because the Honor Magic 5 Lite is powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 695 chipset, whereas a lot of rivals are jumping ship from the 600 series altogether, go to the likes of the 778G, which offers much beefier performance. You get that from the likes of the Nothing phone, the latest Poco handsets, etc. That said though, I'd still say that the Snapdragon 695 offers competent everyday performance. Most users should be perfectly happy as long as you don't mind the occasional little judder. And if you're a gamer, you'll probably want to look at an alternative option around this sort of price point, but that said, the likes of Call of Duty Mobile does play with a smooth frame rate even on slightly higher graphic settings. And even if you're gunning down morphos online for hours at a time, there's no sign of heat build-up here either, because that 695 is pleasingly energy efficient. And of course, Call of Duty does look rather stunning on that gorgeous AMOLED display. Let's shift from grumbles onto more highlights, and one of the best bits of the Honor Magic 5 Lite is the 5100 mAh capacity cell shoved inside of that skinny chassis. It's mightily impressive stuff, and even though I've spent the past 3 hours, doing a bit of gaming, streaming some music and video, and generally showing off the Magic 5 Lite to you fine folk at home, that battery level has only trickled down about 10%. So if you fancy yourself a smartphone around this sort of price point that can go a full weekend without having to be recharged, well, this is definitely a solid candidate. And when you do actually finally manage to kill this bugger dead, well, you got 40-watt wired charging support, not the nippiest around. There are some rivals that will do it quicker, and there's no wireless charging support either, but wireless charging is still pretty rare at this sort of price point. You're basically looking at the likes of the Nothing phone, or God forbid the iPhone SE, but just don't even go there. And last up, before I bugger off for my tea, let's have a squint at the Honor Magic 5 Lite's camera tech, and that's spearheaded here by a 64 megapixel primary sensor without optical image stabilization, sadly. And that's backed by a basic 5 meg ultra wide angle shooter and a pointless 2 megapixel macro effort. Now, while the Honor Magic 5 Pro boasts incredibly light and fast shutter speeds, you can't quite expect the same here from the Magic 5 Lite. There is sometimes a bit of a delay, most likely down to that 695. But as long as the lighting conditions are okay, the Magic 5 Lite doesn't seem to struggle too much. And as usual with Honor smartphones, bugger loads of bonus camera modes. You've got the likes of the portrait mode and standard stuff like a night mode as well. Flicking the other direction, you can see there's a full-on dedicated pro mode. And this allows you to play around with the likes of the shutter speed, the ISO levels, etc. No sign of a RAW capture feature there though, or indeed hidden away inside of the camera settings. You've also got a high-res mode if you want to capture 64 megapixel images, otherwise the auto mode does capture 16 meg by default. And you can quickly switch between the primary sensor and the ultra-wide angle effort with a quick poke of this bit. I've spent a bit of time with the Honor Magic 5 Lite, and as long as the lighting is good, you can expect decent everyday shots. Plenty of detail packed into every frame there, quite accurate color tones overall, and even in quite strong contrast, it doesn't absolutely shit the bed. It's only really in low light where it starts to fall down, but then to be fair, most mid-range smartphones do struggle at night time. And yeah, you can shoot basic home movies here on the Honor Magic 5 Lite as well. Although unfortunately, because you've got that basic Snapdragon chipset, this does max out at full HD, you don't have a 4K option. So yeah, for capturing short, simple clips to share with the family or whatever, it'll do the job, but don't expect much more than that. And then lastly, if we flip around to the front-facing camera, this is a 16 megapixel effort. Again, should be fine for your simple shareable shots of you and the fam. Just maybe don't take a photo while you're yammering on about something because you'll look like a bit of a dick. And that, my lovelies, in a tasty wee nutshell, is the Honor Magic 5 Lite. And the highlights are definitely that stunning design, the absolutely gorgeous display, and of course that rather tasty battery life as well. The bits are unfortunately mostly the performance. It is a real shame that they didn't go with the Snapdragon 778G here, because it would have just smoothed out the rougher edges and meant that gaming was more than possible, even if you want to play the most demanding titles like Genshin Impact. So what do you guys reckon? It'd be great to hear your thoughts on the Honor Magic 5 Lite down in the comments below. Please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you!